Butch Hackett. Diane Hackett, his wife, passed away like a year before he did. William Butch Hackett, at the home of William Butch Hackett. He went from here, Hamilton High School. From here, Hamilton High School, to Shaw University. Yeah, from Shaw University to the league. His wife, this is 1967. This is at the heart of when black people is trying to claim that they listen, man. Black people who just coming over here from England and Africa. Europe was filled with black people. The Africans overran Europe. They ran Europe. The Africans from Egypt, from Sudan, present day Sudan, they left the Nile River and they invaded Europe. Europe ain't never been white people. Okay? So in the 60s and the 70s, they got something called the Harlem Renaissance. Harlem Renaissance, where they coming over here from Europe and Africa and they bringing their same pagan, Viking, our ancestors been here in the land. And the only reason why we allowed them to come is because there was individuals in those lands who were supposed to be freed by being able to come to the promised land and get the upgrade, like Noah, for 120 years. 120 years. From 1871 to 1991. 1871, when they created your U.S. Constitution, to 1971 was 120 years. The lands of the fathers goes back to the sons. My father, my grandfather, Frank E. Leggett Jr. created a family code, a family street code called the Sistren and the Brethren, based off of Cain saying, "Am I my brother's keeper?" My grandfather, Frank E. Leggett, was born with 7 beautiful queens. And by himself, at the height of the 60s, where they was destroying queens and throwing them away, he looked over at my grandmother, 4 queens. He added those 4 queens to his 7 queens. Then he looked over at my Aunt Henrietta, and he claimed those 4 queens and added them to his 7 queens and my grandmother's 4 queens. Then he looked at my grandmother, Evelyn Webb, and said, "Yo, your daughter Beverly Webb is the only person that my son can marry in this city." And he added my grandmother Evelyn Webb's 5 sisters to his 7 sisters. His wife's 4 sisters, his 4